Who is here? Hey, y'all. I changed my mind. Okay. Y'all know how I do. Y'all that know me, y'all know how I am. I'll change my mind like that. I'll be like, you know what? I'm not going to do it today. And then I'll be like, no, come on. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Let's push a little bit and let's do it. Okay? Let's push. Sometimes you have to push yourself. You have to give yourself a gentle nudge. So I gave myself a gentle nudge. And then I said, when I get finished, then I can relax. I won't have this over my head. I'll be able to lay down and, take a nap. But it's so dark and gloomy today. And when it's dark and gloomy, you don't really want to do anything but just kind of lay around and relax. I had me and my husband, well, he already finished. We're reading the 5 love languages. And me and my husband will be doing a podcast where we're going to sit down and, talk about what each other's love language is and, how we discovered our love languages and how that helps us in our marriage and all that kind of stuff. Did you tie your hair wrap or did it come that way? If you did it yourself, can you show how to do it? Yeah, I tied this one myself. This came from the beauty supply. It is so easy. I don't mind sharing information. This is what my hair look like if it ain't laid down. So this is just a long piece of material. Put in the back of your head. I like my ears out. Some people like to cover their ears. Cross it. Like you gonna tie a bow, but you're not gonna tie a bow. You're gonna take the 2 pieces and you're going to twist them together until you get to the end. This wasn't balanced on both sides, but it don't matter. And then you just wrap and stick it in wherever you can. It's hard for me to adjust because the camera is off. And there you go. Got your perfect little bun doohickey thing. And you can tie it as tight as you want. Hide your little kitchens in the back. I mean, if you want your kitchens to be out, let your kitchens out. And that's it. And I just, make my hair lay down. Okay. Yeah. And that's it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I ain't. What side is that? This side? Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's real easy. All of when my dreads were first starting, I was wearing head wraps all the time because I was so insecure. When you first start your dreads, that's a whole learning process. You got to really start loving your hair when you first start your dreads. And I was buying all kind of scarves and learning how to wear scarves and all of that kind of stuff because me and my hair, we wasn't kind of getting along at first. So, hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. I got KK here. KK is one of my peoples. I don't want to call her my moderator, but KK is my right hand. If y'all act out, She's most definitely going to get you. And she be serious too. So y'all can play with Kay if you want to, but you gonna be then got something that you probably don't like. Hey Shamar. Oh well, if they're not all the way locked, they're going to untwist. That's just part of the journey, sweetie. You just got to deal with that. Hey Stephanie. Hey Alma. Hey Janie. That's just something that you have to deal with. They're going to untwist when you wash them. When that water hits them, they're going to relax until they lock up. That is part of the thing. Hey, Strikey. That's part of having dreads. That's part of the journey. That it was the worst part, but that's part of the journey. So today, let me say this before we get started. I'm not going to be talking about Mary until Friday. So I don't mind if you have gentle conversations in the chat with each other. If y'all want to talk about, what happened with each other, I don't care about that. But I'm not going to talk about her until Friday. I want it to only be Mondays and Fridays. And I know by Friday there's gonna be a lot to talk about because I'm pretty sure she's gonna make videos every day. So we'll have a nice little kiki on Friday. So, I don't care if y'all want to chit chat amongst each other, if y'all know each other and y'all want to chit chat, just keep it, keep it respectful and try to keep it with the person that you're talking to. I don't care about that. But today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra, which is the love center of the body. Now, the word chakra means wheel. And it is the wheel the spirit is on. So the heart chakra is related to the actual heart, the heart center, where all the love and emotion and all of that is stored. The heart center, the heart chakra. There are 7 different chakras, but today we're going to talk about the heart. I did say something. Where is that? I saved something off of Pinterest that has a really good breakdown, a very simple breakdown, because I've seen a lot of other breakdowns that were so. Here it is. Okay, so the area that the heart chakra, how you can tell if your heart chakra is balanced is you have a healthy blood pressure, you accept yourself, you forgive yourself and others, you have inner happiness and a sense of peace. You have understanding not only of yourself, but understanding of others. You are compassionate. You are loving towards yourself and others. When we deal with the heart chakra, we're not just talking about love and compassion for yourself. You're talking love and compassion for other people. Not only able to give love and compassion, but receive love and compassion to yourself and to others. Because there are some people out here who don't feel like they deserve to be loved. That person would be a person who has a blocked heart chakra. There are people out here who love other people and do more for them than they do themselves. That would mean that your heart chakra is blocked, because you should be more concerned about self than anybody. Just like they say, if a plane is, losing air pressure and your child is on the plane with you, you don't put the mask on the child first. You put the mask on yourself first so that you can help the child. Because if you put the mask on the baby first, you may die or you may not even make it. You have to have a certain level of care and compassion for you in order for you to truly be able to love and care for someone else. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else and you don't even understand how to love and take care of yourself? So an unbalanced heart chakra, these people have circulatory issues, blood pressure issues, respiratory issues, jealousy, grief, despair, depression, greed, manipulation, judgmental, lack of self-love, which is one of the most important things. A lack of self-love, and poor decision making. You think more of other people than you do yourself. When you look in the mirror, you don't even like the person that you see, because your heart center is blocked. You're not receiving the love that you should. It's blocked even for yourself. When all of these things are going on, you're having all of these, thank you, Sam, you're having all of these issues, it's a key that something in your body is not right. The goal is to have all 7 chakra wheels moving at the same time in order, from your head to your toe. That's the goal. The goal is to get all of the wheels moving harmoniously, working together. I always felt like the heart chakra is one of the most important chakras. The love for yourself. Of course, it's great to have spiritual enlightenment, but why? Why have your third eye open if you don't even love yourself? So, of course, if one chakra is off, that throws off the other ones. They're just not balanced. You're not able to balance. That's like riding a bike. If your back tire is flat, it's going to throw off the bike ride. It has to be balanced. We have to be balanced. We should be in a constant state of keeping ourselves balanced. And you have to find out what that balance is for you. You're the one that has to look at yourself and say, wow, is there something about me that is keeping me from loving me? Don't even worry about, take everybody else out the picture. Take your spouse out the picture. Take your kids out the picture if you have kids for a moment. Take everything out of the picture. and you're just talking to yourself. What is keeping me from loving me? So if you eliminate all of the other distractions, like, okay, well, my husband is always saying that, I'm overweight, or, I'm too loud, or I'm too aggressive. So if you eliminate all of that chatter, what's keeping you from loving you should be your first question. And then you build from there. Because that's the first thing that you're gonna have to deal with, is why don't I like the person that I am? Before you can heal the chakra, or fix it, or anything, you're gonna have to figure out, why don't I like this person? Because sometimes we do love other people more than we love ourselves. So why don't I like this? This is the most important. So why don't I like this person? And what can I do to help me like this person? How can I like this person more? What do I have to do to get to know this person, to start liking this person more and helping this person, before I can move on to help other people? That's what you have to ask yourself. So some ways that you can heal the heart chakra is through color therapy. The color for the heart chakra is green. So wearing green, and this is a coincidence, I did not put this on just for, because actually this is tie-dye. So wearing the color green, having the color green around you, you can just, flowers, plants, all of those things are green. So having that around you, visualizing green, visualizing the color green during meditation. Meditation is the key. It really is. You have to take some time out for yourself. Meditation, some people, if you want to call it prayer, you can call it prayer. But usually when I'm meditating, I'm not saying anything. Some people have affirmations that they say. Some people like to listen to music or whatever. What works best for me is just to still my mind. Now, my husband, he has a voice recording that he listens to. I just like to be quiet. I don't like music or anything. I just like to allow myself at least 10 minutes a day where I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not thinking about anybody. I'm not trying to solve anybody's problems. I'm not, trying to help anybody. I'm not thinking about clients. I'm not thinking about my kids. I'm not thinking about my grandkids. I'm not thinking about anything. I just want to still my mind and be close to God. And that's my way of doing that. So you can use crystals, you can use rose quartz, malachite, jade, or peridot, which is the August birthstone, and it is green. I don't have on anything today. I'll get a rose quartz in a minute. You can use oils, essential oils. So rose, jasmine. You can use sound therapy. There is, of course, chanting, meditation. This one gives some sounds that you can use to help you tap in. And one thing is wind blowing. I like to hear the wind blowing when I'm in the house and I know I'm not going to feel that cold. Like when I went outside this morning, when I first went out this morning, I said, okay, the rain coming. I could see it coming because the clouds were for California dark. Not as dark I didn't as I've seen in some other states, but for California it was, it was dark. And maybe about an hour later, the wind was blowing when I first took Gizmo out. So maybe about an hour later, it had started raining. Now, being out in it is different than, just laying in your bed, just listening to the wind blow. You know, that's totally different. So I do enjoy listening to that. So it says, spend time around the air and the wind. Meditate outside on a breezy day. Drive with the windows down and practice deep breathing. And I do like to do all of those things. I love to do my morning meditation outside. That, for one thing, I am away from all distractions. I'm away from my phone. I'm, away from my computer. I'm away from the TV. I leave Gizmo in the house and I just go and sit on my yoga mat on the ground. I love to have that grounding connection to the earth. So I will sit on the ground. Hey, Venus. I will sit on the ground on my yoga mat. And, usually sometimes I will just start by just looking off into the distance because where we live, we have a bay view. And just, looking at the water, usually the water is really calm and it's moving, but you can't really see the movement unless you're closer. Now, a day like today, it's probably really choppy out there and you can actually see the water moving. But I usually start out by, looking out into the view, watching the water for a while, and then eventually I will close my eyes and go into a deeper meditation. And I, won't come out until either I feel my mind drifting or, I get kind of tired of sitting in one position. And then after I do my meditation, I will say some, affirmations, whatever affirmation I've chosen for the week or for that day, or, whatever chakra it is that I'm working on, I will go into that. And that's it. 10-15 minutes and it's over. But I do it every day, just to get away from everything. Because you want your body to be in a certain alignment. You want to be healthy, physically, you want to be healthy spiritually. And in order to do those things, you have to, be going in that direction. You can't just get up and say, oh, well, I want to be healthy spiritually. Okay, well, what are you doing to get there? Nothing. I thought it would just come to me. It's not. Nothing is just going to jump on you. You have to work for it. So you have to work to make yourself happy. No one can make you happy but you. You can't look to other people for your happiness. I don't look to my husband for my happiness. Does he make me happy in certain ways? Yes. But I was happy when I met him. He just added to that. I was already happy. Like a lot of people say, oh, my husband is my better half. No, I was whole when I met him. And so was he. So he's not my better half. We are two whole people who came together, and we are now married. I was completely whole when I met him. I wasn't half a person. So he's not my better half. We are two whole people together that have gotten married and are happy together. We were both happy. We met each other and we became happier. I wasn't unhappy when I met him. And I think that's, where a lot of people mess up at, is they're looking for that other person to complete them. If you're incomplete when you meet someone, you will just continue to be incomplete. They're not going to complete you if you're already broken and incomplete. So if you ladies, if you out here looking for someone to complete you, you're going to forever be incomplete, because that's got to come from you. You have to do that. You have to make yourself whole. You have to make yourself happy. You have to find out what makes you happy, what you love, before you can even love anybody else. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. You can't. Because you are the most important person in that relationship. So how can you give something to someone that you don't have? Someone asked me for $5. My purse is empty. I can't give you $5. I don't have it. Right? If I'm broke, I can't give you $5. I don't have $5. If I don't love myself, I can't give you love. My tank is empty. I don't have it. So that's one thing that you have to work on. That love center is so important. It's so important because it's how we deal with ourselves, how we deal with others, how we raise our children. I see so many people. I see people in the way they treat their children. 9 times out of 10 is how they were treated as a child. If you had issues with your parents, if you don't resolve those issues 9 times out of 10, you're going to have those same issues with your children. If you have abandonment issues, if your parents abandon you, you were abandoned by, especially if you were abandoned by your mother. Because we have a very serious connection to mother. Very serious. Everything comes from mother. And when that is cut off, those issues are hard to heal unless you are trying purposely to heal them. And a lot of people, instead of healing those things, we suppress them. Or we say, oh, well, that's not bothering me. Or I don't care. And then it will show up in other areas of your life. It will show up in your blood pressure. It will show up in your digestive system, all of these things, because the heart chakra is imbalanced and it's trying to do everything to get your attention. Help me, balance me, fix me. Because the body does send us signals when things are not working correctly. But normally we ignore them. The body will let us know. Sometimes we, when the body is sending us signals, we act out in anger, we act out in fear, we get depressed. All of these are signals that the body is sending. Something is not right over here. Something is, a little off over here. And if we sit down and pay attention to these things, we can fix them. Even if that fix is medication. Sometimes the fix is medicine. Sometimes when you're depressed, maybe you do need to, go on a antidepressant for a while to, maybe it's a chemical imbalance or something. And maybe the body needs a little bit of help to get those things balanced, but you have to be constantly listening to your body. That's where that self-love kicks in. If I'm not feeling well or if I'm tired, I rest. I don't push myself until I just can't go anymore because I love myself. Now, yeah, just to nudge myself to do this video, of course, that's okay. But if I have a migraine or I'm not feeling well, I'm not coming. Because I'm not going to push myself to the point where I hurt myself. Because I love me. I take time away. I shut everything down. I have a night routine that I enjoy. I give myself gifts. I'm always constantly telling myself how, girl, you got it going on, girl. You got that black girl magic. Oh, yes, you do. Because if I didn't, like, y'all don't realize how many people, how many comments I done got recently, how y'all been, these folks came from our whole entire neck. And if I didn't have a certain level of confidence, I would not be here. I don't care about what none of y'all say. I'm going to show up here every day, whether you like it or not. I'm going to be right here because I was here before all of this started, and I'm going to keep going. You know why? Because I like me. Now, you may not, and I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me because I ain't going to never meet. I ain't going to meet you. I don't care. I care about me. How I feel. That's what I care about. Most above everything. Above everything. It's about me. And when you get, I'm telling you, when you get to that point, you will be a lot happier. Stop caring about how people feel about you, what they say about you. People gonna talk, let them talk. Who cares? Run your mouth till you get tired. I don't care. Now I may clap back if I feel like it. I will, I'll clap back. I sure will. It's my right to. You over here bugging me. So yeah, I'm gonna clap back if I want to. If I don't, I will ignore you. Mute. block, report harassment to YouTube. I can do that. I don't care. I don't. And I'm not going to unless this really affects me. And right now it ain't. I'm having a good time. And I'm going to do it until it ain't fun no more. Now, when it is no longer fun, I will shut this computer down and go on about my little lovely business like I was doing before I came here. Don't worry about what nobody say about you, child. They talked about Jesus Christ. You see how they dogged him? They talked about him, beat him up and everything. So you think they ain't gonna talk about you? Yes, girl, they gonna talk about you. They gonna dog you out. They gonna try their best to hurt your feelings. Put your feelings on mute, especially if you have anything to do with social media. When you come on here, honey, put a wall up in front of your heart chakra so can't nothing penetrate it. Let no strangers hurt your feelings. A stranger? No, just don't get down like that. Not somebody I don't know and I will never know. I will never meet you. Me and you will never break bread. And you don't hurt my feelings? No. Ain't nothing you can say. Because I've heard it all before. Nobody that has come on here to say anything on this channel has said anything. Like, y'all not even original. You're not even original. No one has said anything so far that I have not heard before. I'm 56 years old. I done heard damn near everything. Do you know what it was like for a chubby girl in high school that wore glasses and I had a gap in my teeth? I had a gap in high school. And I wore glasses, and I was chubby, and my mama dressed me funny. I done heard it all of it. I have heard it all, okay? I used to go home crying to my mama. They was talking about me, and my mama would be like, you care about what them people say about you? Why? They not putting nothing in your mouth. They not feeding you. They not clothing you. They can't do nothing to you. They are, girl, you giving them what you giving them. She was like, half the kids that's talking about you probably ugly. The mama ugly too. You giving them ugly kids way too much power. And I stopped giving the ugly kids power. All them kids that talked about me in high school, they all fat and ugly now because we're friends on Facebook. The majority of them are fat, bald, ugly, toe up. Stop giving people power over you, especially these stupid people on the internet. Faceless people on the internet should have no power whatsoever over you. Fix that heart chakra, and you won't care. You will not care what they say. You will have so much love for yourself that their words can't penetrate you. It will become funny to you. That's when you know my heart chakra is there, girl, because I don't care what nobody say. I be leaving the house sometime. Even my husband will look at me and be like, you know what? You go. Because I'm going to put some colors together. I don't care. Stripes, polka dot, yellow, pink, purple, however I'm feeling. And I be out here strutting like you can't tell me nothing. Go. I don't care how other people see me. I have had people walk up to me and ask me, how? How do you how did you leave your house this morning with a unicorn horn on and didn't think that people would? I don't care. I don't care. I like unicorns. I like cat ears. I wear them. I don't care what people think. I've had people stare at me and I don't care. Take a picture, girl, that lasts longer. I don't care. I don't. So you got to get to that point where you just don't care about what other people think about you, what other people say about you, because you love yourself so much that you don't care. You are living your life. This is your body, it's your heart. It's your balance that you're trying to reach. You're not trying to fix anybody else. You're trying to fix yourself. Let other people fix themselves. And I know that that is so hard for us as women. I think that's why we have such a hard time loving ourselves, because we're so busy trying to fix everybody else. I'm trying to make sure my kids are happy. I'm trying to make sure my husband is happy. I'm trying to make sure the dog is taken care of. I'm trying to make sure the house is clean. I'm trying to make sure that I present myself in a way that other people will think that I got it all together. I don't give a damn what people think. I don't care if they think that I'm breaking down. I don't care if they think that, my life is in shambles. I don't care if you think that I'm the meanest person in the world. Oh, she's doing this. She said this. I don't care, girl. You can talk till your panties fall off. I don't care. We as women need, of course, you're going to take care of the house. Of course, you're going to take care of the kids, but you got to take care of yourself also. Make them kids go to bed so you can take a bubble bath and wash off the day. It's not mean for you to tell your children, look, I need 30 minutes to myself. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to throw your Xbox out the window. Now, you don't have to go that far, but you can put the Xbox in the closet and tell them, if you don't allow me this 30 minutes to myself, it's going to be a problem in this house. Tell your husband, watch these kids while I go take a bath. I need to wash the day off. You have to learn how to take care of yourself, women. You have to. We can't save everybody. Sometimes you have to take your cape off and just be vulnerable to yourself and admit, I can't do it all. Stop trying to do it all. Stop trying to carry everything on your shoulder. We can't carry everything. My plate is full. I gotta, no, I'm not doing nothing. Leave me alone. I need some time to myself. And if you're with someone that does not understand that, there's a problem there. I'm sorry, I'm not putting anyone above myself but God. It's God, me, everybody else. That's how it should be for all of us. God, you, your husband, the kids, or however you put that hierarchy. It could be God, you, the kids, your husband. However, because I know some of y'all be like, I love my kids more than I love my. Okay, well, God, you, the kids, your hubby, the dog, whatever. But it should be you first. I think that's one of the reasons why women stay so stressed out and so depressed, because we're putting everyone's needs before our own. And and it makes us unhappy. It makes us very unhappy. When you start to put yourself first, your needs above everyone else's, you will be a lot happier as a person, a lot happier. So work on that heart chakra. Work on your heart center. Learn to love yourself more than anything else. That's why I started with that chakra first. Because if you don't have that love, if the love center is not working, you're not loving and taking care of yourself first. The rest of them, it don't even make no sense to even go into the rest of them, because you're not going to be able to get them to work because you don't even love yourself. That's the most important, is that love. Yeah, Henny number one fan said, we end up losing ourselves in the chaos. We do. And we have to stop that. We have to. There's a way to, to be mom and wife and chauffeur and nurse and teacher and nurturer and all of those things, but you still giving to yourself first. Because I can't pour into you with an empty cup. When I came into this marriage, we've only been married since 2013. When I came into this marriage, I had worked on myself. I had been through therapy. I've always been into reading. Um, I had studied meditation. I had studied chakras. I had went to a metaphysical school and studied crystals and all of that, to make sure that when I went into this marriage, I was going into the marriage a whole person. I didn't want to go into a marriage looking for someone to make me happy, because I wanted to already be happy when I found that person. If you can't look at your life and learn lessons from things that happened to you in your past, if you just see your past as, you're angry because of things that happened to you in your past, everything that happened to you in your past messed you up and made you this angry person that you are, then you haven't worked on yourself. When I look at things that happened to me in my past, I look at them as lessons. My first marriage was a complete disaster. But in that disaster, I learned a lot of things about me. Everything that happened in that my first marriage, which ended in divorce, everything that happened was not my husband's fault. Some of those things were my fault because I was immature. I was naive. I was selfish in a lot of ways. I was selfish when I shouldn't have been. I was extremely childish. I was young. And I was able to look back on that and say, some of that was my fault. Now, a lot of it was his, but some of it was my fault. And it was because I was so young. I just didn't have the wisdom at the time to be a good wife. I did it. So I'm totally different in this marriage than I was in my first one. I'm able to communicate more. In the first one, I would shut down, but my throat chakra, I guess, was out of balance. I, just did not have the ability to communicate myself the way I wanted to. And since I couldn't communicate myself the way I wanted to, I just wouldn't say anything, which is not good. That's not helpful in a marriage to, not be able to communicate with the person what is going on with you. There were times when, seriously, like, I expected my first husband to be able to basically read my mind. I wouldn't tell him what was going on. Well, how was he supposed to know? So, of course, he reacted in anger. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, and you won't tell me. So, that kept up a lot of friction. I'm not that person anymore. I am totally able now to communicate my feelings when things are, not going the way I want them to. I'm totally able to tell my husband what's going on. I probably tell him, probably talk too much. But, that's part of who I am. And that's how you should be. Let's see. Wait. We were married 4 years. 4 years. The first marriage. I learned years ago to be fully productive for those I love. I have to care for myself first. You are the most important. Oh, don't worry about it, Pat. I'm going to upload it when I get off here. It'll re-upload. Yeah, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things about myself, but I went to therapy. I worked on myself. I didn't just think, oh, well, just because, I'm older now, those things are naturally going to come. No, they're not. They're not going to just drop into your psyche. You have to work on yourself. You have to want to be different. Because if you don't want to be different, you will continue to be the same person. You'll just be older, but you'll be the same person. You'll still be holding on to your childhood hurts, pains, the hurts and pains from every relationship that you've been in. Because when you get out of that relationship, instead of giving yourself a chance to heal, you just jump into another relationship because you really don't like to be with yourself. When I got a divorce, I got divorced in 1991. I did not marry again until 2013. During that time, I was in therapy, I was in school. I learned a lot about what I liked, what I didn't like, who I was, who I wasn't, what I will deal with, what I won't deal with. I took time to work on myself because I knew I wanted to get married again, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to rush into that. I spent a lot of time raising my kids, and I did not get married until my kids were grown. That worked for me. That may not work for you, but you have to, find out what works for you. What's going to make you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy now? Are you moving towards happiness? Do you see happiness in your future? What does happiness look like for you? Maybe for you, happiness is you being by yourself. Because I was happy when I was single. I was happy. I had to move towards that happiness. Of course, after I got divorced, you go through all of these emotions. The marriage didn't work. I was a Christian. I just felt like, I ran the gamut of emotions getting a divorce. I didn't want to get a divorce, but I didn't want to stay in a marriage that I knew wasn't working. I wasn't happy and he wasn't happy. We were two unhappy people, and it just doesn't make any sense for two unhappy people to live together when you don't have to. You don't have to be in a situation where you're unhappy. You don't have to live in a state of unhappiness. Not in America. There's too much you can do here for you to be unhappy. Too much. It's too much, education there. And things are things are right at your fingertip now. If you want to learn, how to fix your chakras, or you don't even have to go to the library now to check out books. You can just get them right on your phone. Go to Amazon. The book could be in your house the next day, or, whatever. So it's too easy for you to get out of a bad situation now. You don't have to stay depressed. You don't have to stay angry. You don't have to have a bad attitude. And sometimes we get into a certain situation and we live there for so long that we think that that's normal. We think everybody out here depressed, or everybody out here cussing out everybody that they run into. But they're not. That's not normal. It's not. Pat said, I was widowed at 30 with 3 small children. After time, I had several relationships, all failed. I'm 57 now and have been on my own for 10 years. I've given up on relationships. For me, being single is best. Okay, so I'm going to say something that you're probably not going to like, but that's part of who I am. When you put things out there in the universe like I have given up, it's not going to work for me. Then it won't. It will not. Because the universe is giving you what you're saying that you want. I gave up on that. And the universe is like, oh, okay. Well, that's one person off my list. She gave up. So I ain't got to worry about her. So I ain't going to send her nobody ever. because she didn't give up. I have always said, I want to be married. I want a husband. I want him to be very similar to me. Always. And even when I got a divorce, right after my divorce was final, I was like, I want another husband. I never told the universe that one didn't work. I don't ever want another one. No, you speak life on yourself. That relationship didn't work. Okay, well, let's do it again. This is how I feel. Now, I know some people don't like to hear that, but I'm telling you, the universe will give you what you ask for. All men are dogs. Okay, well, the universe is going to keep sending you dogs because that's what you asked for. You said they're all dogs, so I'm going to keep sending you dogs. You like dogs, so I'm going to keep sending them to you. All men are stupid. Okay, she likes stupid men. Just keep sending her the stupid ones. I'll give the good guys to somebody else. You know, it's kind of like that law of attraction thing. You get what you put out in the universe. The universe is going to give you what you put out. If you put out love, it's going to give you love. If you put out anger, it's going to give you anger in return. So change your way of thinking. Well, what happens if you give up after working on yourself and asking the universe for it for years and not receiving anything? What can one do? You said you gave up. You said you gave up, right? But what happens if you give up after working on yourself? You gave up. You can't give up. That's my point. You can't give up. You have to keep a positive mind frame just because it hasn't happened. See, in the first part of your statement, you said, but what happens if you give up after working on yourself? I worked on myself. It didn't happen. I ain't doing this no more. You gave up. You gave up. You told the universe it didn't happen in the time frame that I thought it was going to happen in, so I ain't doing this no more. It's like losing weight. Oh, okay, I lost 5 pounds, so now I'm going to celebrate at McDonald's. You going to do what? You going to gain them 5 pounds back. You gave up on your diet. You lost 5 pounds. You celebrated the wrong way. You kicked your diet to the curb. So you are telling the universe, basically, you didn't do it fast enough for me. I worked on myself. I did what I was supposed to do, and I didn't get it. Okay. All right, then, bye. You have to stay in a constant state of it's coming. I know it is. It's coming. I'm working on myself. I'm out here looking good. The universe is going to open itself up to me and pour down everything that I'm looking for. There are going to be times when I don't like to be the single person at the party. Yeah, we all gonna, we have our days, but you got to be able to reel yourself in. You could be the single person at the party, the one in the corner just having a good time and There go Jody in the corner. Jody like, oh shit, oh shit, look at baby girl right there. She over there having a good time. I'm gonna go over there and holler at her. And before you know it, you and Jody, y'all talking. Jody said, you know, I saw you from way across the room. And you was just over here shaking and shimmying. And I said, let me go over there and talk to her. 3 years later, you and Jody then got married. That's because you went to the party single and you had a good time. Your light was shining all over the place. Couldn't nobody dull your. Jody saw you from across the room and he had to have you. You gotta stay positive. You can't give up. Give up should never be in your vocabulary. We all go through hard times. We all do. We have our ups and downs in life, but you can't give up. You can't stop. You can't say, I give up. It ain't going to happen. It won't happen for me. Isn't happen for everybody else but me. You're telling the universe then that you don't think it's going to happen, so it ain't. I understand what you mean. Thank you. I guess it's just hard to keep up the positive thinking after years and constantly seeing negative things happen despite constantly thinking positively. It is, but you have to stay on a positive track. You have to. And you have to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position to be hurt because you want someone. You know, you get red flags from people. You're not just going to deal with Jody because you're alone. Move on. Get rid of no. When them red flags start, that ain't the Jody for you. Keep on going. Keep going. Stay positive and keep going. Obstacles come to make us stronger and to let us know we have power to change the obstacles. There's always going to be obstacles. There's, obstacles in my life right now. There always have been. There always will be. It's how you deal with those things, how you deal with those obstacles that, either make you or break you, like people say. And it's a make you and break you on a spiritual level that I'm talking about. I'm not, talking about make you or break you financially, putting you in a better position than other people. I'm talking make you or break you on a spiritual level. I'm going through this now. And when I say I've given up on myself many a time and am at a point now where I'm back in a bad place in my life where I was before. Thank you for the advice I was seeking. I'm glad and I hope that you're able to make it back. Keep going in the direction that you know is right for you. And don't feel like you're the only person that we all go through ups and downs in life. There's no smooth road to life. There's going to be bumps for everyone. We all do. Hey, Sarah. I always try to find the humor in any given situation and have a good laugh. If I can't find the humor, then I shed a few tears and move on. Whatever makes the situation good for you. And it's good to laugh. Laughing always makes And I'm one of those people that I'm an inappropriate laugher sometimes. Like I laugh at things that other people may not find funny. It works for me though. What did I say? Laughing is something for the soul. It's not good. It's something. Laughing is something. It's like good for the soul or makes the soul feel good. I'm weird. I will laugh at some of the most inappropriate stuff. Thank you, Amber. So, um, we are I'm going to do some more of these chakra type videos. I want to see, do I have a, oh, I might have a rose quartz. Do I? I don't think so. I have everything but a rose quartz. I'll post one on my community feed because I don't have one in my bag right here. But I'll post one in the community feed. And crystals are a good way to help balance your chakras. A lot of people, if you're not used to working with crystals, then meditation is fine. But I do work with crystals also. And you can lay the crystal right on the heart chakra and allow that crystal to heal that area. But meditation, I think, is one of the best tools that you can use to, start working on yourself because it takes you away. It gives you an opportunity to block out things that are bothering you. If you've had a bad day, meditation is a way to kind of take you out of that before you go to sleep so that you're not, your mind is not processing whatever it was that kind of threw you off that day. Especially if you work outside of the home, if you have a very stressful job, you should be meditating anyway because you don't want to bring the stresses from your job into your home. When you're at home, the only thing you should be thinking about is the people that live in that house with you. Everything else is not important. And even if you work in the home, like a lot of people are having to do now, leave your work where you work. In your office, when you shut that computer off, you should shut off your work also. Hey, Moth Mama, you should shut off your work. It should not affect your children, your husband. It shouldn't affect you because you should be able to shut that down. But if you work outside the home, it is really good to, when you get home to decompress, to meditate for. Okay, KK. There's someone on here named Paper Wing. Can you time them out for me? Because I'm not going to give them any shine. Just let them go. Bless them and send them on their way, please. Moth Mama or Kay. Moth Mama, I think I need to give you your wrench. I need to figure out how to do that. Bless them and send them on their way. How does one find someone that could give them a reading or consultation? How do you know which Orisha you are closest to? You have to go and look at the playlist I have. Because I'm not talking about the Orishas in this video. So I have a playlist about the Orishas. You can watch some of those videos, but I'm not talking about that today because that's something that's totally different than where we are. Okay, so we have been on here an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go. If yes, you get a wrench. I thought I told you that. Did I didn't tell you? Yeah, you do. I wonder, can I give it to you on here? I can't figure out how to do it on. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. Okay, girl. You should have it now. Okay, type something, Moth Mama, so I can see. Thank you, Karima. Type something so I can see if it comes up blue. You got it. Okay, that's it, y'all. We will be back tomorrow. Uh Tomorrow maybe I will show some rose quartz and show you how to um put the crystal on your heart center. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow because we're going to keep the Mary Beth videos on Mondays and Fridays only. Everything else will be just either spiritual commentary, chakras, crystals, Orisha, ancestors, something in that vein, because that is what this channel would, or makeup, something women's health related, that's what this is. And I'm not going to turn my channel into the forum for any one particular person. I am extremely multifaceted. I can chew gum and walk at the same time. So we're going to do a whole lot of things over here, like I was doing before. And if that ain't your thing, if you only want to come for the tea, or the drama, the gossip, or whatever, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. But I'm gonna keep chugging along with the people that want to add something different, because just because I'm a spiritual person and I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, don't mean that I can't have a commentary when I see something that, I don't agree with, or I think maybe the person is doing something wrong, or what. I'm going to talk about it. And if that ain't your thing, then don't show up. If it is, then meet me here Friday. That's when we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I love you guys. I appreciate you so much for sticking with me and being nice. We getting along. We had a very, very good conversation today. We only had one cuckoo. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's other cuckoos lurking who are not saying anything, and I appreciate you cuckoos who kept your mouth shut and just stayed over here and lurked. And if you learned something, drop down like everybody else. It's all good. As long as you respect me, I'm going to respect you. But if you get out of pocket, so will I. Especially if you catch me on the day when I really, truly want to get with you. Okay? You try me. I'm always going to try you harder than how you try me. I'm always going to give you more than what you came here with. That's how we do that over here. That's that black girl magic. That's what that is. Okay. I love you guys. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Gizmo, you want to say bye? Did I wake you up? Huh? You want to say bye? You want to come say bye? Okay, I'm not going to get up to pick him up like I did yesterday. I'll see y'all later. Bye.